Hello, my name is Victor Alvarez and my student number is G000-75778. I'm an electronic engineering student for Grantham University, and this is my capstone project, which I named MOVEARM. It consists of a simple device that is basically a pick-and-place tool that can remove very small parts from printed circuit boards very delicately and very efficiently. Basically, it's operated by a couple of motors and a vacuum system, which are controlled with an electronic circuit and a motor controller device. Okay, so let me explain to you basically how the circuit works. And in this case over here, we have the power supply, which is a 12 to 48 volts power supply that feeds voltage to the controller. This is an STR2, which takes 12 or 48 volts from Applied Motor Products. It's one of the basic systems they have, and this one can control only one motor at a time. So I found the need to, since I have two motors on the system, I had to use a switch to change from motor 1 to motor 2, which basically each of them one controls the X and the Y axis. So we have over here on the back, this is the frequency generator controller. It's basically a couple of ICs. In this case we use the 555 and the 4046 I6 connected with a few resistor side capacitors, which by the change on a 1 mega potentiometer, by variation of the value of the potentiometer, you can increase or decrease how much frequency comes out of the circuit into the motor controller, and that lets you regulate the speed of the motors at a very smooth path, which these step motors will move as fast as you can, but they also will move very steady. It will be a very smooth motion, clockwise or counterclockwise, which is also controlled through the motor controller. In the device over here, we also have two switches, which will control which way you want to rotate your motors. You got switch S1 and switch S2. They basically control the motor rotation. So once you select your motor to be working, you have a motor that controls the X and Y. So we don't have the final gears. We need a rack and pinion to make the mechanical part move completely automatically. So I ordered the parts. They're coming from China. They didn't get here on time, so unfortunately I have to run like this due to lack of time. One controller, which is the left and right motor over here, we control how the arm moves from left to right. And the other motor, which is on this side, will control how the arm moves up or down. So I'm going to give you a small demonstration how the motors are running. I got all my system up, and I'm going to press the left and right motor switches. You can see how slow the motor is moving one way. So this will make the system go left and and then we want to go the other way, we want to press the other button, and then you go. So you have a left movement, that's your left movement, this is your right movement. Okay, now if we press the switch over here, we can send the signal to the different motor, still using the same original signal from the frequency generator to the motor controller to the motor. So I'm going to switch this button, and then we're going to see how the up and down buttons make the arm move. That's going up, and this will be going down. Again, going up and going down. At the bottom of the arm, this is where we located the special air nozzle that is connected to an air suction tube, which will be the way of picking up any device necessary. You can see here on the right side of the table how many small parts you can probably pick up with this device. This device needs to be very precise, very steady to be able to handle any size of devices, as you can see here. So we're going to pick up one of the big ones, and I'm going to show you right now how this is going to be done. So I'm going to move my motor up, then I'm going to move this out of the way, and I'm going to locate the part. I'm going to press my down button. This is the down button, and I'm going to press the switch for the suction. You can hear the air working, and then you can press the button up again, and then we switch to the different motor, and we move the device toward the left where we want the picked up part to drop, and this will drop after all the suction is out of the hose. You can pick up, this is almost 0.8 ounces, so this is a very heavy part for all the different applications that we usually do. You can see on this PCB board how small some of the parts can be. So if one of these parts was ready to be picked up because it had the wrong rotation, it was placed on the wrong spot, or it needed to be fixed because any reason, then you could pick up any of these parts with the machine and replace them back with the machine or with your hands if you could do that. That's the reason for this machine, to prevent people to use their hands to do this kind of stuff because of how delicate this job needs to be. There are different applications for MOVEARM. One of them is used in the surface mount technology lab, like in this case, you can see that's one of the applications. It could be help for a dentist that he needs to pick up parts somehow. There's probably some particulars that people don't feel pleasant picking up with their hands, like in the dentist case again. So this will be a perfect solution for them. Any mechanic in any model shop or something like that could use it too. The whole structure is made of 80-20. This one is 1.5 inch thick. It's a very strong, very reliable material. It's very light and very easy to work with. The company name is 80-20, so you can have this any size of structure You can build any structure with this material, and it's available on the web. So this project generally combines many techniques, many applications. You got electronic parts, you got the mechanical parts. This has been a very uh, good learning experience for me, on my part. All the research, all the parts that I have to find, making the combination of both of the mechanical and electronic technology together to come up with this final product has been greatly important to me. I've been learning so much since I started, and I definitely recommend anyone that wants to get a little bit more into uh, motor controller or mechanical technology to research a little more. There's a lot more to learn, and I'm glad I chose this project because it's been nothing but positive and encouraging learning from day one. Thank you very much.